So I've wanted to make a tier list for longer than I've realized. I think we have the perfect tier list for this video. I think that this is going to represent a lot of the mainstream of Roblox. I think that it all comes full circle with the 44 games that I have here, and so I'm really excited about this. I actually created this myself, and so I'm pretty proud of actually going through this and picking which ones are going to be really cool here. I'm super excited. I basically have listed 44 of the most prominent games on Roblox as of this recording, and I believe that I'm going to rank them accordingly. Or at least I hope so. The goal is that I meet expectations with many people's opinions and viewpoints, and here's the thing with this is I'm going to struggle a lot with being able to actually determine which games are good to a lot of the people. I'm going to also offend a lot of people. That's probably a guarantee. But at the exact same time, there are probably some games on this list that I'm going to rank highly that you're not going to rank highly. So I think it kind of goes both ways in a sense. I'm going to rate games very poorly while you're going to rate those games highly. So while we both have a matter of opinion, both of our opinions are irrelevant basically. So it doesn't even matter, right? We shouldn't judge each other over what games are better. And plus, it's Roblox. It's not like it's going to be like the end all be all, this is what's good, and if you don't like it, you're a loser. Like, or maybe you will be, I'm not sure. If you guys actually want to get access to this tier list, I will have it linked in the description. I'm really praying I don't forget. I probably will. But these are the games that I feel that represent Roblox the best. Now, I am very cognitive of the fact that there are a lot of key titles on this list missing. And I did that on purpose, not only to get you pissed, but because of the fact that I don't want to have set genres like anime, roleplay, simulators, tycoons, clubs, stuff like that. I placed one Tycoon, Clone Tycoon 2, and I placed, I think, 2 simulators, Destruction Simulator and Broken Bones 4. I think that's the only ones I put in there. Other than that, pretty much everything here is a major game. I lied. There is Brookhaven RP. There is that. I will get to that here in a second. Really am hoping I didn't leave anything mainstream out. I don't feel like I did. There's probably going to be a lot of games that people are going to say deserve to make this list, but as of this video, I feel like this is what sums up Roblox the best. And not only did I add a couple of old games, but I also added a lot of up-and-coming games, such as The Mimic and obviously Funky Friday. Those are the 2 notable ones that I placed in there because I felt like they deserved a place on this, at least to some regard. So let's go over the let's go over the tiers. So we're going to start up at the very top with the definitive Roblox experience. Now, many people are going to ask, what is the definitive Roblox experience? And I think what it means is it is the most simple, bang for your buck game that sums up exactly what Roblox is about and what their core audience is. And I will obviously get to the games in a second, but I wanted to at least explain that a little bit because there are going to be 95% of these games are not going to be definitive. I want to point that out. Most of these games are not going to be definitive. So I don't want anybody coming to the claim that like, oh, like a lot of these are going to be amazing. Like, these are the best of the best. Like, no, I don't think so. I think there are a lot of games here that are all across the board, as well as some I've never even played before, which is at the very bottom, actually. To continue with the tiers, though, we have high quality, pretty average, below average, and then I have basically trash. And over the course of time, I will put my never played games there. Please don't judge me. There's actually quite a few on this list I've never played. I am ready to get judged hard. I am ready, ladies and gentlemen, and I think it is time to start off the tier list right with Speedrun 4. Obviously, we're just going to go in order. I think it's fair for Speedrun 4. Oh, boy. See, here's the thing with Speedrun 4, man, is it's been around for so long. I think it came out in 2000. I can't even remember. It's just been out for so long. It's a classic by a lot of people. It's just been kind of the same thing. But I feel like that's what keeps its charm, you know what I'm saying? So I think with that in mind, while I don't believe it's a high quality game, I think it's pretty average. I think Speedrun 4 is a pretty average game. You know what you're going to get from it, I think. I think this is a fair claim. Now we get to Brookhaven. The most played game on Roblox today. I can't believe I'm saying this. I've never played it. believe it or not. It's funny that I've never played Brookhaven because it's one of those games that has intrigued me for sure. It has definitely intrigued me, but I just don't think it's for me, dude. Like, role-playing games just don't fit my style, bro. They don't fit who I am. It's not something that I'm for. Like, there's also a reason why games like Liberty County aren't on this list either, is because the roleplay aspect just genuinely is like the exact same all the way around. The only reason why Brookhaven's here is because it's so popular. I feel like over the course of time, I may try it. I feel like there is an opportunity to, but for me, man, I just don't think, I gotta be honest with you, man, I just don't believe that Brookhaven is all that special, which is why I haven't played it. But with this in mind though, please leave your thoughts on the never played games in the comments and what you actually think about them, and if I should ever try them, if they have any reason in trying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel the need to try it, but if anybody tells me I should, I may do the justice in going through and seeing what it's about. I have no idea. Now we get to Hide and Seek Extreme. Now, for those who've been on the channel for a while, many will agree with me and say that this is not the best hide and seek game. I think the original hide and seek that released in 2009 by the creator of Loomian Legacy is the best hide and seek game, and I believe that is the definitive Roblox experience in terms of a hide and seek game. I don't personally enjoy it. It definitely is a high quality experience, and I have to at least give that credit. I don't think it's definitive because there are definitely some improvements that can be made. For one thing, bro, more maps. Come on, man. Like, wasn't there a map, like, a couple years ago where they did it for, like, an event? I think it was for Egg Hunt or something like that, where they brought, like, an entirely different map into play and you could play on it. It was actually super cool. I had no idea. And they never brought it back. They never brought it back. The only one that they have added over, like, the last 4 years was the Attic. That was the only one that they ever made new. And it's unfortunate because if they add brand new maps, I feel like that gives more of an incentive to play. But for me, it just is the same old dry gameplay that I always go back to. And it's just, bro, it's hard. It's hard. Also, my dog, can you shut up? Now we have the Mimic. This game came out, I think, earlier this year. I think, like, in January or February. I can't remember. Gosh, I feel bad. I've never played this one either. And quite honestly, I need to fix this because the Mimic, I've heard, is really, really good. And I'm missing out on so much fun, I feel like. I don't know. I just haven't done it. I definitely am going to play it for sure. I just haven't done the justice of actually going through and playing it, which is unfortunate because I feel like the Mimic deserves a lot more attention. I've seen lots of gameplay on it. I just haven't played it myself. And then we come to Vehicle Simulator. I used to play this one quite a bit. I haven't played this one in about a year or so, but from what I know, this game still holds value and it still is enjoyable. Now, while it's not played by as many people as it used to, I still feel like it deserves a place on this tier list considering the fact that it's one of the only core simulator games really that actually deserve to have attention. It's not like up in your face saying like, okay, like grind for this, grind for that. Like, you can do basically whatever you want in the game. There really isn't like a boundary that's set. Like, you have to do this and that in order to do whatever you want. Like, there's a whole free range map which I enjoy. You can pretty much drive anywhere. You can go into races. There's so many different opportunities you can do with this. And there's also like a roleplay aspect of this as well. There's just so many different loads of things you could do, and I enjoy that a lot about this game. I do think this is also pretty average. I'm not putting it at high quality just because I feel like the way that it's fallen off, and I feel like the lack of new ideas as well, kind of sits it at pretty average. It's still great, 100%. This is definitely one of the better simulators on Roblox for sure, no doubt in my mind. But I think that where it's at, I think this is fair. Now, Lumber Tycoon 2, I don't have much of an opinion on this. I have played this through a little bit. I think this is going to be pretty average, and I think this is going to be a pretty decent trend you're going to see on this tier list. A lot of things are going to be pretty average. There's not much below average. There's not really much above. It's going to be a lot of the same. So I think pretty average for this game is fair. I don't have much of an opinion on this. I'm not a Lumber Tycoon 2 guy, but I have played my fair share of this game. Now we get to Knife Ability Test. My gosh. I'm in the middle with this game because it's pretty alright, but at the same time, I don't know. I play this on stream almost all the time. By the way, y'all should join my streams. I stream basically every single day. It's a pretty high quality game at the end of the day, but it's also pretty average. It's the same thing, really. They had added over the course of time. It was like a couple years down the line. They added like murder mystery into deniability test, which I feel like was a pretty solid way of going about it. There was also elimination as well, elimination game, which I felt like was also pretty fun, with guns and knives and everything. With that in mind, I think pretty average is a fair one to put for this as well. I just don't think it meets the high quality standard of a Roblox title. I just don't believe it's there. Now we have Zombie Attack. Now the reason why I put Zombie Attack here instead of Zombie Rush was simply because more people tend to appreciate this one. And I gotta be honest, Zombie Rush is better. I just don't think Zombie Attack really holds that much weight. I gotta be honest, like, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I just don't think that I don't think it's all that special. I'm not gonna lie with you, bro. Like, it's not something that, like, I will immediately turn to. I go to Zombie Rush if I go to, like, a zombie killing game. And I think there also is, like, another game out there. I think it's called Zombie Uprising. It's something like that. That's been getting a lot of attention as of late. That's obviously not on this list for other reasons why, but I just don't think it's that special of a game. I gotta be honest with you. I think it's below average of a game. I think the below average, I feel like it's just, I'm in the middle on it. I think I'm very in the middle. I may change things. There's a possibility I may change things at the end and see what I really want to have it boiled down to, but for now, I'm keeping it at below average. Then we have Fleet Facility. Not a favorite game of mine. I don't enjoy this game at all. I don't know why. It just doesn't appeal to me at all. I've played hours of this. Bro, I've tried this game so many times, bro, and I don't get why it just isn't fun. I don't know why. It was fun at first. Like, I will say at first when I started playing this, it was pretty fun, but over the course, bro, it got dry really quick, dude. This is definitely a below average game. It's in no way trash quality, but, dude, I gotta be honest, man, this is a pretty below average experience just because a lot of the game it's the exact same thing. Like, if you're trying to escape, you know what I'm saying? Like, run from the beast and hack all the computers. I know it's a beloved game among many, but for me, man, I just don't find it to be all that great, and I just gotta keep it a bug with you there. And then we have Tower of Hell. Oh, boy. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. Tower of Hell is also below average, and let me explain why. It's the exact same thing. It's randomly generated obbies. It gets boring. In my opinion, it's way too easy. I don't enjoy it at all. There's a reason why I never play it. I know for many people, this is like their main form of content creation. There's so many Tower of Hell creators in the community, and I respect them heavily. And Tower of Hell, to some regard, is somewhat enjoyable to watch, depending on who you watch. But I think that's what's important, though, is Tower of Hell, bro, it's the same thing, bro. In fact, I think it's just as boring as Flea. I think it's just as boring as Flea. Like, if I had a choice, I'd play Fleet Facility more than Tower of Hell just because of the fact that I think at least there's some fun to be had. In terms of, like, the suspenseful feel of a game, Flee is definitely the one I'm going to resort toward the most, but Tower of Hell could just get you annoying and pissed off a lot of the time. I feel like that's what the game's really about. And another thing, too, is it does not in any way portray to the average player. Like, you have to be, I feel like a lot of the time, most of the time you have to be an above average player in order to even grasp this game, in order to even be good to that regard. Like, I think that's also another thing that people miss, is this game is not that easy for a lot of people. Like, there's probably a good percentage of players that can legitimately play this game through. I know I can, but for a lot of, like, most Roblox players, I don't think can play this game properly without getting pissed. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Oh boy. Royale High. Dang it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a bad game. It's actually pretty good. And the reason why I say that is because the way it conveys to the female demographic, I think this game brings exactly what you need to the table. I think with Royale High, a princess fairy game, or whatever it might be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honest, I will never play this game. I mean, I obviously have multiple times. I mean, I made a whole video on it, but like, I think just for me, bro, it's not that bad. Like, I think any normal player could genuinely squeeze fun out of this, and I mean that with the utmost respect of if you want to do like trolling or whatever it might be, I feel like there's actually quality to this game. I'm not gonna brush it aside just because, oh, I'm a guy and I'm not gonna enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that's fair. This is a pretty average game. I'm not gonna say it's high quality, but this is definitely a pretty average game. I think at the end of the day, it gets more flack than it should. I'm not saying that the community is great. In fact, I think it's pretty bad in my opinion, but I think the game itself and what it actually shows, I think it's good. It's good for what it does. It's good at what it does, and that's what matters. Now we have work at a pizza place. So, I don't think without any hesitation, I think all of us can agree this is a definitive Roblox experience. I think this is what Roblox is about. It's one of the most recommended for new users as well. I think this is the most recommended to new users. And so, with that being said, it is absolutely perfect. It gets the job done. Dude knows exactly what he's doing. Not only that, but dude actually updates the game. He literally updated the game yesterday as of recording this video. And so, knowing that this game is still being updated consistently, even 12 years later, is mind-boggling. And that is what you really have to appreciate about this game. Then we get to Clone Tycoon 2. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. So, I added this in here simply because I think this is the best Tycoon on Roblox. I'm gonna immediately just put this at pretty average just because I think that's what it deserves. I don't think it deserves any less than this, but I don't think it deserves any higher than this either. I think Tycoons, overall, anybody can squeeze a fun out of Tycoons, but I think Tycoon 2, I can't even talk. I think Clone Tycoon 2 just brings more to the table than your average Tycoon. I have to be honest with you there. I just think there's more to this. I played this a lot in 2017. In fact, I still have my save file. I actually want to try and go back and beat the whole thing and 100% it because I think it's a lot of fun, bro. There's a lot to be had there in that game. And while they haven't really done much with it, it still brings really good gameplay to the table, and I think that's what matters. Now we have the Hood. Oh boy. I added this in here simply because while it's technically a genre I wouldn't want to have on this list, I put it here simply because I think it deserves at least some attention. Overall, bro, the community is garbage. The whole aspect of this is just flat out appalling. I can't get behind this as a game to consistently play and have a lot of fun and enjoyment in. The game itself, I guess, is fine, but in terms of the community, I think, is what makes the game bad. Therefore, it's basically trash. I think you can argue below average, and I think that could potentially be an argument. In fact, I could maybe even flip this around and say below average, but for me, man, I can't sit here and say that the Hood's a good game. I can't sit here and say that, bro, because it only portrays to like a certain amount of people that want to be like all this and all that and whatever it might be, dude. And I just don't understand it, man. It's a trash game, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Like, get on me in the comments. It's fine. Now we got Destruction Simulator. Oh man, so this is a pretty good one, man. I think this is the best simulator on Roblox. No doubt in my mind. I believe that this is better than Beast Swarm. I believe it's better than Pet Simulator. Everything. I think this is the most simple and high quality experience. I think this is high quality experience. Silky Dev did a really good job on this game and is still updating it, and I appreciate that a lot. I think a lot of what it ties down to is kids nowadays, they love blowing stuff up, bro. They love blowing stuff up, bro. This is what makes it fun. And it's not like a really easy game. Like, you have to work for it. You have to actually shoot your gun. You have to actually like do stuff to the buildings. You have to actually like progress farther. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to fill up your bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta actually shoot stuff. You can't just sit there with an auto clicker, really. You gotta actually continue in the process. And I feel like that's what makes this enjoyable. It's a high quality experience. You actually play the simulator instead of just sit there. And that's what I appreciate a lot about this. I think that's what brings this all full circle, is this game is, not only is it the best simulator, but I feel like this reigns above all of these games I listed here. I think I would play this game more than all of those, for sure. I definitely would. Now I have Natural Disaster Survival. I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anybody. It's a definitive Roblox experience. I'm not even going to explain it, bro. Kids still play it even after all of these years. 11 years later, people still play it because it's good. It is good. I play this a lot, bro. It's fun. This is a high quality experience. Even though it is pretty outdated, it's still really good. I give it all the credit in the world. This game is amazing, bro. Now we get to Funky Friday. Oh man, see, I was not expecting a rhythm game to even make a tier list, to be completely honest with you. Like, obviously road beats exist, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, Funky Friday has just been everywhere, and I feel like it does deserve some placement, bro. Now, this is gonna be kind of based off opinion, considering the fact that I'm not a rhythm guy at all, bro. It's the same thing, and bro, the songs are freaking annoying, dude. Am I the only one that thinks that? I pray to God not, because the songs aren't that great, dude. I'm not saying it's a bad game, bro, but I do think, for me, man, I will give this a little bit of an opinion. I do think this is below average. I feel like they could, I think, to some regard, do a little bit better on this. I don't know, man. I just don't like Funky Friday. It's not enjoyable to me. I know many people are going to disagree with me, but it's completely fine. Then we have Adopt Me. Oh, boy. It's like with Zombie Attack. I'm in the middle on this game, for sure, because I think this game, to some regard, is pretty good. Like, I am honestly okay with this game existing. I don't have a problem with it. Especially the obbies. I'm going to say it's pretty average. I think it holds enough weight. It's same thing. I think same thing applies with Royale High, bro. I think it's the same thing. I just think that there's enough to this game to the point where, like, they have the trading aspect. I will say Adopt Me was a lot better when it was releasing. It was a lot better of a game, but when they added the trading aspect, bro, that's when everybody jumped on the game, bro, and rightfully so. I mean, like, that's a pretty interesting add to the game. I think that's fair. I mean, like, it's cool. I don't have a problem with it. I've never traded anything in Adopt Me. I never will, but, I mean, it's still cool for what it is. I don't have a problem with it. Then we have Fashion Famous. Many might disagree with me, but this is a high quality experience. This is high quality. I think that this doesn't get enough recognition. I think even though it may portray a lot to the female demographic, I think that many individuals can squeeze a lot of fun out of this game. It's a good competition, man. Like, I think that's why it reigns so highly on this list. I think it's just because it gives off this sense of competition. Like, oh, you want to do better than your peers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what it really boils down to, if I'm being really honest with you. I think that's what makes this game great. Then we have Phantom Forces. This game fell off hard, I'm not gonna lie with you, but it is still a good game. I do believe that Phantom Forces, while back then I would have rated this high quality, it's still a very, in fact, I'm gonna put this right at the very, like, top of pretty average. I don't know why a lot of people don't really jump on this game anymore. I think it's probably because of the lack of new ideas, potentially updates. I think it's kind of understandable. I don't really have much to say on this game. It's a very good game. I used to play this all the time. So much fun. Now, I still would go back to it now. It's definitely really good, but no, I mean, I give it a lot of credit. I think that this is great. Then we came to Broken Bones 4. I think this is definitely, like, the most underrated game on this list, probably, just because there's not many people that play this. Not only that, but the game hasn't been updated in a while. It's kind of within the same vein as Vehicle Simulator. It's like, tell me you're a simulator without telling me you're a simulator. Like, that's how I'm saying this. Like, I believe that's what Broken Bones 4 brings to the table. I think that's what it describes itself as. I think with that being said, it's pretty average. It's pretty average. I'm not gonna say it's high quality, even though it's one of the two simulators I put on this list. I'm not gonna put both high quality. I feel like that's somewhat unfair, even with where it's at right now, bro. Breaking Bones, man, dude, that's such a good idea, bro. And also the blood splatter, man. Who doesn't love blood splatter? All right, Super Golf, man. This junk is so close, so freaking close to being a definitive. So close. This is so close. I feel like if they added a little, I don't know what it is, but if they add just a little bit more to this, I feel like this is the perfect game. I don't know why more people don't play this. I really don't know why. It boggles my mind that it averages like 2,000 players consistently. It really is fun, dude. Like, there is a lot of fun to be out in this game, bro. And the amount of new updates that they've had, especially recently, they actually added a couple of new 18-hole courses, I think, within like the last month or so. And they're really good. Like, I enjoy them a lot. They are incredible. And there's probably more to come as well that we don't even know about. I think Super Golf is incredible. I feel like people overlook this game more than they realize. Like, I don't know, man. Super Golf is super fun, bro. Please try this if you haven't, man. It is so good. Now we have Flood Escape. Here comes the controversy. I put 1 instead of 2, and the reason for that was because I think 2 is not as good as 1. Simply put, I don't think it's as great. More people will resort to the more simplistic side of the gameplay. I think a lot of what it boils down to is newer users will like the aspect of just going through, clicking the buttons and all this different stuff. They don't want to run through on like a giant map and have all this pressure be put on them. I mean, it's not saying that Flood Escape 1 doesn't have any pressure on it, but I'm saying that the core gameplay of Flood Escape 2 makes it a lot more difficult for the newer user, and I think that that's what draws them to Flood Escape 1 more. And that's actually what draws me to Flood Escape 1 more. And plus, more people play this than 2. I see more people playing Flood Escape 1 than 2, which is insane to think about, that the game that you don't update is the one that gets more people playing. Is that crazy? Like, that's ridiculous to me. I don't even know how I feel about that. I'd feel really bad for Crazy Blogs. I feel like at that point you should just update your original game. Like, I gotta keep it a bug with you. Flood Escape 1, high quality experience. High quality experience. It says what it says. There's no problems with this at all, in my personal opinion. It's on the lower half of high quality. In fact, I may even put this in pretty average, but with how much I appreciate this game, I'm putting it in high quality just because it shows off exactly what kind of game like this says. Then you have Outlaster, which was originally Survivor, for those that do remember that game. It's by the same creators. They just made it out to be Outlaster because Survivor, I think, it has stuff to do with copyright infringement. They just didn't want to have Survivor as its name, so they named it Outlaster, which was pretty good. I have no problem with it. But Outlaster, man, I don't got much of an opinion on this, bro. I gotta be honest. I feel like it's in between this, but I really don't know what to put for it, bro. I'm gonna put it in pretty average, for now. I may switch this over. I have no idea. Surviving on an island, trying to be the last one standing, basically. Win the cash prize. Basically, that's what the whole point of the game is, really. It's fun. I mean, like, the game is a lot of fun. I love playing this game, but I will say, though, the game does take an exceedingly long time. Especially in a full server, gosh, it takes a long time. If no one leaves the game, bro, game is easily an hour and a half long. If they slimmed it down to 45 minutes, then it'd be a lot better. But since the games take so long to go through thoroughly, that's what makes the game pretty average to me. But that's where I'm at. Mega Fun Obby. I think there's also no debate on this. This is also definitive. The average player can pick this up and can play it immediately. Like, you just try and get to the end of every single obstacle that's in front of you, and it's seemingly endless for a lot of players. I have personally beaten it, so I have gone through all of the 2,400. Gosh, I'm a no life. When they update it, I go through the extra 5 stages that come arise, bro. Like, I go through them, and they're so much fun, bro. Like, sure, they're easy, but that's what makes it good, bro. Like, I feel like that's the whole aspect of what an obby is. It's the only one that will actually, like, get people coming back, I think. Plus, it's got over 1 billion visits. Can't really argue with that either, man. It's legit. Then there came Breaking Point. Oh, man. This game is really good. And I really hope that everyone watching this video has played this, because this deserves a lot more attention. The amount of game modes, the amount of fun that you can have, the suspense behind it as well. High quality experience, no doubt in my mind. It is high quality. Then Bloxburg. Okay, I'm gonna say this much. I will give an opinion on this game, but I will say, as of this very second, I have never played this game. Bloxburg has been out for well longer than Brookhaven and the Mimic, and I have never touched it. I've never spent the 25 Robux, and I don't know if I ever will. I will definitely say that Bloxburg is a high quality game. Even though that I have never played it, I can't give an opinion on it, but it is definitely high quality. I will give it all of the credit in the world. I think it is the best role-playing game. Not only that, it's the best house designing game. There's a lot of aspects to there's probably a crap more to it that I have no idea about. I just can't give a legitimate opinion, or an in-depth one, I should say. Then we have Islands. I don't know why I see everyone playing this, bro. I've never played this one either. I've never played Islands. Then we have Build a Boat for Treasure. Oh man, this is a game that I have not played in a long time, but it's good. I like this game. This game's fun. I did play this a long time ago, so I feel like my opinion on this may not be that great, but I feel like the idea and maybe the gameplay's outdated. I have no idea. Maybe the gameplay's outdated. I have no clue. But I think for where this stands at, I think it's fair to rate this pretty average. I think it's fair to rate this a pretty average experience. It portrays to a specific audience kind of in a way. I feel like a lot of people that delve a lot or like to like toy around in Roblox Studio, I feel like they would enjoy this game a lot. I don't like doing that, so that's why I don't play this. But from what I have played quite a bit of this, and I can definitely say this is really good though. Is this something that I will consistently go back to? Absolutely not, but it's still great. I have no problems with it at all. And then Epic Minigames. Yes, this is totally a definitive Roblox experience, no doubt in my mind. It is the main minigame game. That's it. This is the best one. I don't think there's anything better than this. There have been some that have come close, but this is the only one that has kept itself running up until this day, and I have my fullest respect for that. I think this game is awesome, and I have nothing else to say. Then there came Arsenal. Oh boy. Yeah, many people are going to hate this. I'm putting it at pretty average, and let me explain why. Arsenal to me gets pretty repetitive after a while. I'm not trying to be mean to anyone that plays it consistently. I know there's a lot of people that I know, like Joey the Player and Tanker and all these other Roblox YouTubers. I know they all play it and all that, but Arsenal to me, dude, is just not that enjoyable, bro. But I'm not saying it's bad, though. It's not below average at all. But I just think that the aspect of Arsenal just isn't appealing to a lot of people, especially me. But it's still a good game though. I have no problems with it. Like, I will play it from time to time. I'm not saying it's a game that I'll never play. Like any of these. Like I'm never gonna play any of these down here. But like, I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying though. Is like Arsenal, while it's not the greatest thing in the world, it still portrays to some people's interests, and I feel like that's what's good about it. And plus the overabundant amount of maps, as well as I think sound effects also play a big part of it too. It's a good game. I got no problem with it. And then there was Bedwars. I will say, as of lately, I have been giving this game a lot of flack, and I feel like I have been doing that for all of the right reasons. Like, they recently added the custom matches, and I think the problem with that is it's so freaking flawed, bro. There's so many problems with it, man. And while it creates for some amusing games, for sure, I just don't believe that the game is fully ready to be in its high quality stage. It is most certainly pretty average. Most certainly it is. It's a great game. I have won multiple games of Bedwars, whether it be solo, duos, squads, or the full 16x16. I've played quite a bit of this game, and I can firmly say it's really good. In general, man, I just don't believe it's up there quite yet. I think that there has to be a little bit more done. Please update the custom matchmaking to where you actually cap the players out at, like, if it be like a squad match, for example, if you choose to do squads, please cap it out at once it's 4 players, it's 4 players and not, okay, you can go over it. Like, I don't mind having an option for that, but if you can just add the option of being able to cap it out at 4, please do that, because I think that's very important. This is what creates that balance, bro, is that. And I think that's highly important. That is very important for a game of this caliber and how high quality of a game this really is. Like, it's a high quality game within a lot of things, but they need to update a lot of it to make it really high quality and a very good experience for sure. Roblox High School 2. Oh man, so I placed this here because obviously the Legacy version does not get any updates anymore. I would put that one as a really good game as well, but in terms of just like a regular hangout game, like, this isn't really considered a club or necessarily like a role play technically, so I'm putting this as its own thing. Plus, Cindering has been known as the Roblox High School guy. Man, this is trash, dude. This is trash, bro. The original's so much better, man. I play the original. Like, I hop on the original a lot more often than I would play this, for sure. I don't think there's really much of a debate. I think a lot of people can agree with me on this, but no, I had to put Roblox High School 2 just on this list just because I feel like if I didn't put it there, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people telling me, oh, you should at least rank it. I don't know. I think that's fair, but nah, man. I think this is where it should be at, bro. I might put it below average, bro, but nah, I think it's basically trash, dude. I can't play this game through, bro. It's not that great. Car Crushers 2. I lied. This is probably the most underrated game on this list, right in front of, where's it at? Broken Bones. I think this is right in front of Broken Bones in terms of, like, the most underrated game. I bought this during its alpha stage. when it was first dropping. And I think that this game holds a lot. I think it holds a lot of value. Like, I don't know, like crushing cars. I mean, that's fun, dude. Like, it goes back to Destruction Simulator. Like, people like destroying things. I think that's what the Roblox audience really is. I gotta be honest with you, man. I mean, we have to understand the audience demographic is ages 9 and 15. A lot of these young kids will love to destroy stuff, man. That's what they like doing. They love seeing stuff explode. Like, action. That's kind of what they're for. For the way Car Crushers 2 comes off, ooh, I don't know, man. I low-key want to put this in high quality just because it's that good, bro. I'm putting it in high quality. I'm conflicted, but I think that's where it deserves to go. Everyone that has worked on this game has done a really good job of making it really good. I gotta keep it honest, bro. It deserves a lot more attention, I think. In fact, I need to go back to this game. I remember playing this game quite a bit. I need to go back to it. It definitely is really good. And then you have Assassin. We'll get to you, Murder Mystery 2. But Assassin is definitely pretty average. This used to be a high quality game for sure, but I just don't think there's that much of a reason to play Assassin anymore. Especially considering the fact that Murder Mystery 2 has an Assassin game mode. I don't know, man. Assassin, I mean, I put it here alongside Murder Mystery 2 just because those are the two main state ones. And also Knife Abilities has two, but I just think Assassin, it's still a pretty average game. I have no problem with it. Yeah, no, I just don't think that the game itself doesn't really hold that much value as it used to. But that's my humble opinion. I'll keep it at that. And then we have Deathrun. Ooh, Deathrun's interesting. Okay, Deathrun actually is really interesting because I feel like I could legitimately, like, look at this game in the face and say, okay, this could potentially be definitive. I think it's just short. I think it's just short of definitive. I don't know why, but it's good, bro. It's been one of the most original games on the platform for a long time. I just think a lot of people have enjoyed this game. While not a lot of people play it nowadays, I still feel like it's really good. And more people overlook it than they realize. This relates back to Fashion Famous, I think. Somewhat outdated, but it's still really, really good. And I feel like a lot of people overlook it. And then you have Jailbreak. Man, I will also say this game also fell off hard, in my personal opinion. It's not saying the game's bad. You know, actually, in a way, it kind of is. Jailbreak fell off hard enough to the point where, like, the updates didn't really feel like updates. It felt like filler. It felt like they kept adding too much. The whole reason why the game fell off in the first place was because of the seasons. The leveling system, that was the whole reason why people stopped playing, bro. Now you're having to completely rely on, like, oh, shoot, like, if you want to get to do, like, if you want to get any of these other vehicles, you're going to have to, like, buy the pass, and you're going to have to, like, oh, go through and do the bounties and do, like, all the sheets and all that. Like, bro, it gets frustrating. Like, I don't enjoy that. That's not what makes Jailbreak fun. Like, what makes Jailbreak fun is just being the criminal and just getting your money. That's it. You're adding too much stuff. I have to be honest, you're adding too much. Like, once again, it is in no way a bad game. This is pretty average, definitely. This is definitely pretty average. But it's not high quality. In fact, at some point in time, this was a definitive Roblox experience. I think around the point of early 2018, this is why you played Roblox, was because of Jailbreak at that point in time. But for where it's at now, dude, I can't see myself playing this as much as I used to, and it's simply because of the overabundant amount of updates and just how much they added to the game. Then you have Meepcity. I can't sit with this game well, knowing that it exists. Like, fortunately, this game doesn't get updates anymore. That's at least the massive positive about this. I don't know, like, I feel like it also ties back to the community. It goes both ways with the hood, bro. It just, you know what? Yeah, I lied. You know what? Yeah, I am gonna put it under basically trash just because of the community itself. I think that's why. It's the parties that set it over the bar for me, bro. While there are some positives to the game, like, what is it? It's the stupid, like, star game. I forgot what it's called, but that game's fun. But outside of that, bro, there's nothing here, dude. There's a bunch of copy and paste, and there's a bunch of people trying to act as people that they're not within the outfit loaders and the parties and all this different stuff, bro. I'm sorry, bro. It just ruins the whole aspect of Roblox, and just many people go there to try and get girlfriends and all this different crap, dude, and it's disgusting. I don't get it. I don't get it. Murder Mystery 2. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to say anything. Mad City. From what I've played, it's not that great. It definitely is quality. I can't put Jailbreak and Mad City in the exact same category. I can't do it, bro. I feel like Mad City has always just been seen as that below average game, bro. I do feel like it is seen as that. Like, you essentially tried copying Jailbreak and adding a little bit of a twist to it, but that's basically it, bro. Like, you tried putting it within this newer way, and I don't like that very much. If I'm ranking it in the same vein as Jailbreak, bro, that's disrespectful, I'm not gonna lie. So that's why it's below average. Loomian Legacy, it basically is Pokemon Brick Bronze, but they changed the name and they named the Pokemon, or what are they even called? I have no idea what they're even called. I haven't even paid attention at all. For what this game brings to the table, I know it's a good game. I just have never played it. I'd like to imagine that it's within the same vein as Brick Bronze, or at least I'd like to hope that's true. There's many YouTubers out there that consistently play Loomian Legacy, and massive respect to them. They do a lot of really good stuff out there, but I just will never go through and play this game. I don't think I ever will. It's not that great to me. Then we have The Crusher, by the same people that made Epic Minigames. And with this, man, I don't know. I think this is a pretty average game as well. Like, I will say it's overlooked. I do think this game is somewhat overlooked. It's basically you go down a chute through different obstacles and get to the bottom of the map without having the ceiling crush you down. That's basically the whole point of the game, and I feel like it's a lot of fun. But to the newer player, it can be pretty hard. This can be pretty hard for a lot of people, and I can totally understand that. It definitely is not your like go-to game. It's high quality within that aspect, but I feel like it is a little bit too hard sometimes, especially with how the maps get picked as well. A lot of the times I play a lot of the harder maps instead of the easier ones. I don't know if that's done on purpose or not to make the game harder. I have no idea, but it does create this sense of challenge where I feel like it's not in line with newer players as well. I don't know. That's my humble opinion. Piggy! Oh boy! It's below average! Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I have no regrets putting this below average. The game is boring, bro. I don't get why people play this game through, bro. I'm sorry. I don't get it. It makes no such sense to me. Like, I'm not giving no shade to Minitoon, bro, but it's just, man, I just can't see myself playing this. I can't, bro. Like, to some regard, I have to at least say a little bit of my opinion on this. Like, dude, it really is the exact same thing over and over again, bro. Like, there really isn't much fun to this, bro. And then there was SharkBite. I love SharkBite. It's a great game. SharkBite's high quality. I can get behind this within every sense of the word. I always enjoy playing this game. I don't have any problems with it. The whole core of the gameplay is just to make sure you don't get eaten by the sharks. That's basically it. They also have an apocalypse mode, or sorry, infection mode. They have an infection mode where, like, if you get eaten by the shark, you turn into a shark, which I feel like adds a lot more fun to the gameplay to try and survive even more. I don't know. There's a lot of really cool aspects to the game, and I feel like get overlooked. But SharkBite, for where it is, it's high quality, definitely. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the list. Flame me in the comments, please. I know there are probably a lot of people out here saying, wow, you put Fleet Facility at below average. You numbskull. And to that I say, you're probably correct. But at the exact same time, it's an opinion. I don't know, bro. I just don't like Fleet, man. There's a lot of these games that I don't enjoy as much as others, and that's perfectly okay. But at the end of the day, I also wanted to go based off quality. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that a good majority of this list that we can agree on, I think in terms of the definitive and high quality experiences, I think that those have no debate really. I feel like for some of them you can maybe argue, like Car Crushers 2 is definitely one that many people may think, oh, is this really high quality? I think it is. You can maybe argue against that. That's perfectly fine. We can't say it's a bad game, though, because it's not. The pretty average ones, you can make some arguments for them, but I feel like in general, they stand out the most. Below average, you can 100% argue with me. I know to some regard. I know many people are going to tell me that I'm so wrong about Tower of Hell and Zombie Attack. I know so many people are going to tell me I'm wrong, and that's fine. But basically, trash, I think we can maybe agree on that. Maybe not Roblox High School 2, but in general, I feel like we get the gist with all of it. So I appreciate y'all watching this video, man. I want to see what you guys think, because I want to see how many people really have similar opinions to mine. It really does raise the question of how many people have that similar opinion. I do want to see what you guys say. Please share this video around as well. Have other people take this tier list as well. If you guys want me to take more tier lists in the future, like Roblox YouTubers or groups or whatever it might be, please leave your suggestions in the comments. I will definitely do more tier lists. I love doing these. These are awesome. I'll make sure to see y'all in the next video. Y'all do the list, and peace out.